Story I am interested in is the saga of Chris Landry, a New Hampshireite, but apparently a Canadian citizen. He took a vacation with his three children. He's got two others, five altogether. He lives in Peterborough, New Hampshire. I know it well. He drives up, he tries to get back, and they won't let him back in the country. The Border Patrol will not let Landry back because he has a pot beef long time ago. And the law is if you got some kind of criminal thing on your sheet, you're not coming in, all of that. Well, for humanitarian purposes, they did let his three children go back to New Hampshire, but come on. Now, I talked to Tom Homan about it, and I'm hoping that, we get the humanitarian thing going on. But in the meantime, I booked a smart guy, honest guy. He's a former governor of New Hampshire, Chris Sununu. He joins us now from Newfields in the Live Free or Die state. So can we get this guy back to his house in Peterborough, you think?
I don't think, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. It should happen. He's stuck in Mexico. As you brought up, there's an issue. There was a misdemeanor that happened, and he was a green card holder. That's technically a violation, so you have to have a hearing. And it was just never followed through on. So when he tried to come back recently, this administration is actually adhering to the law, and they're saying, look, no exceptions. You have to have a hearing. I think the biggest thing that concerns me about this is, look, I'm a huge believer of the Remain in Mexico policy, which the Biden administration got rid of and allowed millions upon millions of people to flood across the border, get scheduled for a hearing that they probably will never show up at, and stay here. This is a fundamentally different issue, right? This is an individual who has been living here for years, has family here. I'm not saying he shouldn't have his hearing, but that hopefully will happen in the next 30, 60 days. Just let him come home and be with his family.
Yeah, I mean, have to hear it. Look, yeah. But they didn't revoke his green card, Governor. Right. See, that's the thing. If he commits a crime and it wasn't a felony, and you want to boot him back to Canada, you got to revoke the green card and get him out of here. You can't let him live there, and then he has no idea that he's not going to be able to get back. I understand, and I agree with you. You've got to have these rules, but then you have to have, as I've said, a way to do humanitarian stuff. Now, we contacted Senator Hassan. You know her, right? The Democrat?
Yes, I know Senator Hassan very well. Yeah.
And I don't want to quote Hunter Biden, but her people basically said to me, F you, O'Reilly. We're not even going to return your calls. Now, we wanted to work with her because I have a pipeline to Tom Homan. I can get him on the phone. I want to get him on the phone. And she said, F you to me. Does that make sense? And then Hassan's running around your state saying, oh, I want to get the guy back. I don't think she wants to get the guy back. I don't think she cares. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, look, I mean, situations like this require the federal delegation to step up, right? Whether it's your congressmen, your senators, and that's why, as tough as we might be on each other politically, you don't burn bridges, right? And I don't want to speak directly to the relationship between Tom and Homan and Senator Hassan, but my guess, they're not sending each other Christmas cards, right? So you got to make sure that those relationships are always there.
Anybody who wants to help, she should be.
That's right. Constituents have to come first. Constituents come first.
So this is not a partisan issue.
By the way, this would be a great political win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
would be a huge political win. Yeah.
This is a child issue. Where's Daddy?
Right.
And she's giving me the middle finger? I mean, come on. I mean, that's ridiculous. Now, I want to talk to you about... Go ahead.
Let me just add one more thing. I don't think this is the only case in the country. I think you have dozens, if not hundreds of potential cases very similar to this all across the country that maybe don't get the headlines. And my hope is this, that the administration says, look, we have an awesome opportunity, Republicans, with the Trump administration and working with Republicans to craft an immigration bill that is done a smart, conservative, America first way that hopefully gets passed maybe next spring. It would be a huge political win to be able to say we shut down the border, we kept the criminals away, and in situations like this, we allowed for that humanitarian common sense approach to say, look, when you have situations like this, obviously someone can come be with their family, we'll hold the hearing. You don't have to go all the way back to your home country every time if you've been here for a certain amount of time. There's just common sense things that they could do. Remember, Congress hasn't passed an immigration bill in 25, 30 years. To do that would be an absolute home run, and I'm hoping they grab the opportunity. Nothing's going to happen to necessarily help this individual, Mr. Landry, in the short term, unfortunately, but definitely could be a big win, not just for politically, but for the whole country to move forward on this immigration issue the right way in short order.
All right. Let's hope you're wrong on that, and let's hope that Homan and others get him back to Peterborough. Democratic Party is in disarray, according to all the polls.
Really? Are you sure? I didn't notice.
Sure. I'm pretty certain about that. But I'm not seeing a real problem-solving strategy on the part of Republicans. Now, Trump, he has been more active than any other president but FDR. As you know, I write the history books. FDR had to, because it was a Great Depression. He walked in, he had to. It was a catastrophe. But Trump has engaged in the first 6 months more problems than Biden did in 4 years. Biden wasn't very interested in solving problems. But I'm sensing in the Republican Party a split now between the MAGA people and the people who are not MAGA. Do you sense that?
Well, yeah, and that's obviously being exemplified with Epstein. And the Epstein issue is not going to go away because it's bigger than the Epstein issue. It's not about Jeffrey Epstein. It's about the idea that folks at the top and the wealthy and the powerful will always have somebody on either party or both parties at the same time protecting them from nefarious things. So one way or the other, I think it was good that Trump asked the federal courts to unseal the case and the names. They probably won't do it. It's going to still fall back on the president and Pam Bondi to find a way to put the pieces back together, because it's not going away.
You don't think the judge in D.C. is going to release the grand jury transcripts?
No, I don't think so. He's going to hang it around Trump's neck and say, this was your campaign promise. You handle it. If you want to do it, you can do it. My guess is there is a way to do it, but this is kind of the big splinter, if you will, that's creating a bit of a chasm. Now, I think it can be healed. I think it can be brought together. But I would just tell them, don't keep glossing over it. It's going to keep coming back from your own folks.
Yeah,
and again,
for now, I don't think, in the midterms, I don't think it's going to be big. I think the economy is going to really be the big driver in the midterms in 26.
And Mamdani. I mean, I'll just call it the Mamdani story, that wokeism is getting amplified, not quelled. And what does that mean? That the Democrat donor base is
here's a Mamdani situation.
Going to come back in and support that kind of nonsense.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of that. I don't think Mamdani is going to win myself. But the prevailing wisdom in New Hampshire and every place else is New York's getting what it deserves. That's what the prevailing wisdom is. There's not a lot of sympathy outside of the boroughs for this city. And it's the same thing in San Francisco and Chicago and LA. The folks are going, hey, you vote for these loons, that's what you deserve. Am I wrong?
It's without a doubt. But I'll say this: Mamdani is so bad, I don't wish him on my worst of political enemies. I mean, New York is too important to unleash that kind of nonsense. And it is absolutely crazy. You can make an argument that a lot of Democrats have policies that'll shift the city this way or shift the city that way. This would fundamentally change the city of New York if this guy got what he wanted. He's that bad and that naive and that much of a fool. The Republicans can carry some of that and use some of that to their advantage into 26. But believe me, as soon as the 26 midterms are done, you're going to have 5 or 6 governors that want to be president stand up in leadership roles on the Democrat side. Whitmer, Shapiro, God bless Gavin Newsom. I hope we get to run against someone like Gavin Newsom. Moore out of Maryland, folks that have worked in bipartisan ways, and they're going to take the mantle of the Democrat Party, provide some leadership and structure. So my message in saying that is Republicans can't wait. Do not wait for the Democrats to never get up off the mat. They're going to get up, and we have to be organized. We have to, build on the momentum that we have and take nothing for granted politically.
How about you? Would you challenge J.D. Vance if he decides to go? Would you, as a more moderate guy?
I'm not interested in running in 28.
No.
Look, as kind of, we have a lot of fun here in New Hampshire managing the first of the nation primary. I want a lot of great candidates on the Republican side to come up here and be part of, I think, a good message and a good field. But no, probably not for me.
Okay, Governor, we appreciate it very much. Stay on this case about the Peterborough guy.
Will
Let's
do.
get him
Landry,
back to his
yeah.
children. I think every fair-minded American wants that to happen. And if you don't, I want you to write
That's
me
right.
and tell me why. Governor, thanks very much. We really appreciate it. Homeowners, when is the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, then this is for you. Scammers are stealing titles, and your equity is a target. Criminals forge your signature. Just like that, your home title can be transferred out of your name. That's why I partnered up with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Please use my promo code BILL at HometitleLock.com, and you'll get a free title history report. Plus, you will get a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts of any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code